We believe that life is better connected, and our aim is to help our young people find genuine friends and a supportive community. We also think that the best way to navigate this COVID season is by engaging together in smaller groups. We would love to help get them connected in this way by joining one of our Hangout groups. For any questions or further information, just email youth@forgechurch.com or check out the Forge website.
Hello and welcome to Motion Live. My name's Tim. I'm going to be with you for the next half an hour or so before you guys go out into your Hangout groups. If you don't know what Hangout groups are, I say it every week, but hang around until the end and I'll let you know a little bit more information about what Hangout groups are and how you guys can get connected in to those groups. If you're watching for the first time, you are so welcome. We are doing everything for you guys in mind, so you are welcome, as well as all you regular guys. Let us know in the chat. Say hello in the chat. Write who you're watching this with, where are you watching it, whatever you want to say, write it in the chat and we'll do some shout outs late on. So to start us off with tonight, we're going to sing a song. And so let's listen to this song together. Let's take this out. cool. That was a great way to start our time with us this evening. Now, for those of you who don't know, obviously it's just been February half term. Now, normally our motion gathering, we go over to Sizewell for our February half term to something called Revolution. You guys that have been coming along for some time will know what that is, but for those of you who don't, yeah, we go over to Sizewell Hall and we just do some crazy stuff. We have lots of great food, lots of great singing, lots of great talks, lots of crazy games that we play, loads of different fancy dress outfits. It's just an amazing week. It's one of the highlights of my year, and I know you guys love it too. Now, last year was absolutely incredible. You know, we saw 10 people give their lives to Jesus or take a next step in their relationship with Jesus, which is just amazing. And that's exactly why we do Revolution. Now, one of my other highlights. Now, I'd love to know what your highlights are. So in the chat, tell us what your highlights are for Revolution. Just say what the best things that have happened for you guys when you do Revolution. I'm sure Nerf Gun Wars will be up there, but let us know what are your highlights. Now, Ben Land, for those of you know Ben Land, he's an older sort of member that used to come along to Motion. Now, he put in a highlight a couple of days ago where he put a video of a lip sync battle that was done a few years ago. That was just so good. It was brilliant at the time, and it's still brilliant. So tell us in the chat, what's your highlights been? Nerf guns are definitely one of my highlights when we have a Nerf gun war around Sizewell Hall. It's so much fun. Now, I thought tonight, I brought my Nerf gun along with me. Now, one of me or Johnny is going to get sprayed with this Nerf gun later on. Now, I want you to decide who gets sprayed with this Nerf gun. So, if you want Johnny to get sprayed with this Nerf gun, and I'll shoot Johnny with this Nerf gun, in the chat, just put hashtag Johnny. But if you want me to get sprayed with this Nerf gun, then just put hashtag Tim. I'll have a look in the chat later on, and one of us is going to get smashed with this later on. So that'll be a lot of fun to watch. Now, I thought what a great way to lead us for the next part is by taking a look at what happened last year at Revolution. So let's look at our highlights video from last year.
Welcome to Revolution 2020. We are so gutted that we haven't been able to go this year, and I know you guys will be gutted too because it's such a great week. I know you guys love it. So maybe if things change, maybe we can do Revolution later in the year. That would just be amazing if we could do that, wouldn't it? I love it. It's such a great week. Okay, now it's time for us to look at our next round, our round 2, I guess we're calling it, of our Rock, Paper, Scissors Motion World Cup. So let's take a look at this.
Excellent. Okay, so through to the next round, we have Betty, Jacob, Noah, Megan, Isaac, Xanthi, Leah, and Phoebe. So well done. You guys, you can see your names on there. We're going to do the quarterfinal draw right now. So let me take the names out of the bowl. Okay, first we've got is number 7, if you can see that. Yes, you can. So that's Leah. Who's Leah going to be facing? She's going to be facing number 5, which is Isaac. Okay, then we have got number 4, which is Megan, is going up against number 2, which is Jacob. It's good that all the leaders have gone, isn't it? All the leaders are out. So next one we've got is number 1, which is Betty. She's going to go up against number 3, which is Noah. And then we've got number 8, which is Phoebe. Hopefully that means she's going against number 6, which is Xanthi. So you'll see the quarterfinals next week. Looking forward to seeing who wins that next week. Right, okay. Let's have a look, see what the chat is. Let's do some shout outs first. The Austin family, you guys are always the first people on, so we love you guys. Betty is saying hello, Mia is saying hello, Amy, Chris and Sue Perkins are watching, but I know that's Jamie. Jamie, it was great to talk to you earlier on. Really nice to talk to you. Thanks for joining us. Hello to Levi. Sparkles is here with us. Izzy's here watching. Leah's watching. Leah's asking if anybody's given up anything for Lent. Which she said she's given up TikTok, which is a great thing to give up. And Tim's replied saying he gave up TikTok ages ago because he realised he was too old, and he is far too old. Hello, Jemima. Excellent. Yeah, lots of stuff about talking about Size and Revolution from last year. Now, okay, let's have a look to see who's going to face the Nerf gun firing. So, a lot of people are saying both. In fact, actually, Ben Lasky is saying both. That's not going to happen. And the only people that are saying it's me, really, at the start of it, is Johnny. So that doesn't count. So we've got Tim Sparks gone for Johnny. Who else have we got? There's just lots of people saying Johnny or me. Yeah, so Russell was saying Johnny. Chris and Sue Perkins, Johnny. So that's 3 for Johnny. Leah said me, so that's 1 for me. Still Johnny. No, you can't. Jemima's saying me. That's Jemima, what are you doing to me? That's 2 all. 3-2, sorry. That's Levi is saying me, so that's 3 all, I think. So basically, it is a draw. So I get to make the decision. Oh no, I think Amy's saying both. No, okay. I'm going to make a decision, and Johnny's going to get fired. So Johnny, come out, and I am going to shoot you with my Nerf gun. So Johnny's going to come out. Come on, Johnny. I feel like I can make this decision because I'm in charge. So come and sit here or stand there, and I'm going to fire. Come on, Johnny. Come on. Here we go. He doesn't look very happy about it. You might need to move back a little bit, Johnny, because, you know, we want to be 2 meters and all that. Yeah, that's good. That's good. Stay there. Okay, you ready? Cover your eyes and maybe somewhere else if you don't want to get hit. Oh, it's got jammed. Hang on. No, don't you worry. I'll still get it. I'm going to take those bullets out. Ah! It's got jammed again. It is great. It's not great for me. Right. Right. Next round. Oh! Right. One more, I think. One more round. No, not. That's gone. They're all gone. Well done, Johnny. Maybe I should have bet a shot next time, so... You got to head back because you got a job to do, so get back in there. Amazing. Good effort. Thanks, guys. Those guys that voted for me, though, not happy about that. Cool. Excellent. Now it's time to go into our second talk, our next talk in the series. This series that we've called Do Something, which is all about us looking at the injustices that we see in and around our world, maybe just in our neighbourhood, in our school, in our families even, and actually kind of looking at those injustices and see what God has to say about those and how we have to respond to that. This week we've got the amazing Zoe Bolton leading us through our talk. So let's check this next talk out.
Have you ever noticed how almost everything we buy has a warning label? In this series called Do Something, we're talking about injustice. So if justice is something that's right and fair and equal, then injustice is the opposite of that. So when we talk about injustice, we're talking about things in our world that are not right, that are unfair and unequal. And I think that seeing injustice should come with its own warning label, one that says, this will make you ask difficult questions. Seeing injustice can leave us asking lots of questions, both about the injustice itself and about the God who is supposedly in control of the world where it happens. Maybe you've landed on a really difficult question when it comes to injustice. A question that feels so difficult to answer. Why isn't God doing something about this? And maybe you feel nervous when I say that out loud, because we're not supposed to question God, right? Maybe you're like, yeah, that is exactly what I keep asking. And you probably feel relieved that someone is finally saying it out loud. And maybe this is the very reason that you're still unsure about this Jesus stuff. You can't imagine yourself being a Jesus follower if he's not doing something about the stuff going on around you and the brokenness you see. But no matter where we are or what our world looks like, God is big enough to handle the questions, even those difficult ones. So today we're going to have a look at an eyewitness account from Matthew. It's a book written by one of Jesus' closest followers and friends. Matthew hung out with Jesus and he knew what he was all about. And maybe that is why he took the time to write down the things that he saw. He tells us that Jesus traveled through the villages and through the towns of that area, and that he was teaching in the synagogues and announcing the good news about the kingdom. And that he healed every kind of disease and illness. Everywhere he went, Jesus had something to say and something to do about the way people were being treated unfairly or in a way that wasn't right. When he saw the crowds, he had compassion on them because they were confused and helpless, like sheep without a shepherd. Jesus modeled for us what God is really like when it comes to injustice. First, Jesus saw the injustice and the hurt and the brokenness, and when he saw it, he cared. And that's what compassion is. So if you've ever wondered, God is for justice, as we're told in Isaiah when God says, "For I, the Lord, love justice." In Matthew 9:37, God tells us, "The harvest is great, but the workers are few." And so maybe you don't talk about harvest a lot, but here Jesus is talking about work, and it's the kind of work that requires a lot of effort. So when he saw what was going on, Jesus had compassion, but he also responded by telling people it's time to get to work. So now let me make this personal for you and for me. What if God has a plan to do something about injustice? And what if we are that plan? The Apostle Paul, whose life was changed by Jesus, wrote letters to the early church and taught them what it's like to be a Christian. He said, "All of you are Christ's body, and each of you is part of it." Paul uses the illustration of one body made up of all its individual parts. In the same way, God designed the body of Christ, or the church, to work together to help people. So when we're talking about injustice, it's not that God isn't there or that he doesn't care. Instead, God is calling on his church, his people, to be his hands and feet on earth. God is doing something about injustice. And the question is, will you participate in what he's already doing? The first step is to rethink what we think about justice. Rethink what it means to be a follower of Jesus. Rethink how God sees his people and rethink your responsibility. The second step is to change the questions that we might be asking. So instead of asking, where is God in this? Ask, where am I in this? And once you've taken those steps, it might be time to find a way to fight the injustice you see. Over and over, we can see the Bible teach us that God cares deeply about injustice and wants us to do something about it. This means that his people should be known for people who are involved and helping with the injustice. Imagine the opportunities that we could show people God's love and show them that he is for them and for helping people who are experiencing injustice. Imagine if the people you knew would be more willing to believe in God if they saw that when it comes to injustice, you are doing something.
Cool. Thank you, Zoe. I'm just going to pray. Lord, I just thank you that we follow a God that cares about injustice, that follow a God that whose heart breaks when they see things going wrong in this world, where they see people not being treated how they should be. I pray that you would help us as a church, as Motion, as individuals to kind of see those injustices too, to see them and to do something about it. I thank you that as a church we can come together to do that. that we can kind of try and address some of these things that we see in the world. Yeah, Lord, I just pray that you'll help us to do that. Give us the courage to do that. And if we do those things, Lord, I pray that other people that would then see what they see, that we see in you. You know, see that that you're a God who cares about injustice. Yeah, I pray that this is a challenge for all of us to do something. You know, this series is called that for a reason. I pray that you would help us to see that we should do something for those that we see that are not being treated fairly. Yeah, thank you for this reminder tonight, Lord. I pray these things in your name. Amen. Cool. Next week, we finish off our series called Do Something. And my wife, Becky, is going to lead us through our talk next week. Really looking forward to hearing what she has to say about the matter. But for now, it's your guys' opportunity to go into your Hangout groups. If you don't know what Hangout groups are, if you head over to our Instagram page, which is Forge Youth UK, there's a direct link in there which will take you over to our website, which will give you more information about these Hangout groups and the leaders that are involved with these groups. These groups are just an opportunity for us to kind of continue the conversation on from this evening. And it's a really great time to kind of get to know people as well. And we've got some amazing leaders that are involved in that. You know, if you'd like more information about those groups or just want to chat, then please do email me, which is youth@forgechurch.com, and I'd love to help you out and kind of continue the conversation with you with that. But for now, I'll see you all next week. Thanks for joining us this week. I hope you have a great and safe week. See you soon.